as Sucheta was explaining things to me through the XQ, it was fascinating to hear that the students would be focused on their learning style. They would become so self-aware of these weaknesses and strengths, because no one can improve on your executive functioning or your weaknesses until you know exactly what they are, and that awareness will move you forward.
I think my favorite thing about EXQ was watching the kids when they finally figured out the games. One little girl, she struggled and struggled, and she would not give up, which was great because we haven't really seen that in her before. She would not give up. And when she figured it out, she was so proud of herself. So it was really rewarding to see them succeed. When they would get it, it was like a light bulb moment, and they were so excited.
As a parent, I value my child's ability to be able to self-govern and have that self-assessment, because I think it only adds value to them and helps them be better prepared for the things in their life. So whether it is the ability to know how to study or the ability to know how to retain information or do multitasking, I think all of that will help them, and so I find it very valuable for them.
For us in the middle school, we teach with a sense of urgency because they're leaving. So it's important for them to know their challenges, know their weaknesses. If they know themselves and they can self-monitor, then they can kind of redirect themselves. So it's huge, from just being able to attend to having the mental flexibility to do critical thinking, or coming onto a plan or a difficult project or difficult problem and being able to redirect or change gears.
My expectations for the teachers was that EXQ would help empower them so that it could be a tool that they could take into another content area. It helps them in all aspects of their life, not just the organization piece, but how they are absorbing their learning in the classroom.
The teacher preparation for EXQ has been so simple. It's probably the easiest thing that we have ever implemented in our school. All we need was a teacher who was excited and energetic and understands the value of what's going on, because EXQ is going to really work on what the kids' struggle areas are. And it's hard for them, and they get frustrated and they want to quit. And so the teacher needs to be that cheerleader that's standing there. The teacher doesn't do it for them. They're just coming along saying, "Oh, keep going, you can do this, you've got it."
EXQ is really specific in what it does in training the mind and training the student to help look at inside and say, how am I doing? What can I grow in? What areas can I strengthen? What areas am I already strong in? And I think for me to be able to have conversations with my daughter, to say, hey, Chloe, what are you learning in this? What's good? What's hard? What's difficult? And there's been really candid conversations, but it's helpful for both of us to be on the same page.
I would describe EXQ as a tool to help you learn how to help yourself.
EXQ is a game to challenge your brain and to get you better at different study skills and whatnot, and different skills that you will use in your everyday life.
My favorite thing about EXQ is like the games and how you can go back and see like how you did and what you need to work on, and like what your strengths and what your weaknesses are.
I learned that everybody has weaknesses and everybody's not perfect, but we're all different and unique, so we all don't have the same differences and weaknesses.
Well, I didn't know like my strengths and weaknesses as well as I do now. Like it really helped me like point out what I'm really good at and what I have struggles with. It really helps me with my schoolwork, definitely, and my homework.
EXQ has shown me one of my weaknesses is focus. I have trouble focusing in lots of my classes, so it's helped me kind of realize that I need to work on that. My favorite part of EXQ was the meta training, because I really liked the videos that Mrs. Sucheta would have us watch, and they were always really helpful.
I'd say the strategies really help. Like one of the things that I use a lot is trying to break down what I do. Try to break down my homework or try to break down like a big test or whatever. Definitely helping doing that is a really good strategy that I like to use.
EXQ taught me strategies almost like a puzzle. It would like almost like trick your brain so that in the future, like the mistakes you made or the things or how to get through the puzzle would help you understand how to get over that skill you needed to know.
It's okay to make mistakes. You take deep breaths, I learned how to ask for help more if I needed it.
EXQ wanted me to do a reflection video at the end, and I think that it helped because it helped me know what I was struggling on in the first couple of weeks and to what I'm struggling with on the last couple of weeks, and it's fun to see the difference between the way I was thinking.
It's helped me keep going at things that sometimes are hard to do. Sometimes I'll want to give up on things, and it's kind of like reminded me that not to give up on things just because there's usually a point in the end if you just keep on going.